What's up guys, it's Elizabeth Marie here, back at it again with another video. Today I just wanted to talk about the OAT, or the Optometry Admissions Test, and my 5 tips on how to score well on it. If you haven't already, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and let's get right into it. The first tip that I have for you guys is to utilize as many resources as possible. So it is so important to get as much exposure to the material that is on the exam. The OAT covers biology, chemistry, organic chemistry, physics, reading comprehension, and quantitative reasoning or math. The first resource that I used was a Kaplan book. I feel like the Kaplan book is a really great resource to utilize as a baseline for the material that is on the exam. The second resource that I use to study for the OAT is the OAT Achiever. The OAT Achiever is a software that you download on your computer, and you can purchase up to 7 practice exams. And they're full-length tests, and you can also filter by subject as well. And I feel like this was a really great resource because it's very similar. Well, it looks really similar to what the actual exam is going to be like. The third resource that I used is OAT Destroyer. I did purchase the full package with the additional math practice problems just because I wanted to get as much exposure as possible. The OAT Destroyer was the top resource that I used whenever I prepared for my OAT. If you guys do decide to purchase the OAT Destroyer, I just want to say don't get discouraged because the problems on the OAT Destroyer are a lot more challenging than the actual exam just because they require a lot more steps, and there just isn't enough time to do all of those steps on the actual OAT. The fourth resource that I used to study for the OAT is Crack the OAT. And what I really liked about Crack the OAT is that they have diagnostics tests that you can take, and they'll pinpoint certain areas that you need to work on. I believe you can purchase up to 20 practice exams. And one thing I also really liked about Crack the OAT is that you can actually pause these exams. So if you need to take a break or anything like that, you do have the ability to pause the test. So they also have an application that you can download on your phone. So if you're always on the go, you can use that. The last resource that I use to study for the OAT is Chad's videos. I would say Chad's videos really helped me for chemistry, organic chemistry, and physics. I do not recommend using Chad's videos for biology just because it is outdated. Another tip that I have for you guys is to be consistent. So I just recommend being as consistent as possible. I made sure to study from Monday through Friday for 4 hours a day after work, and then on Saturdays I made sure to block off the whole day to study. And I did that for about 4 months. And then I made sure to take a break on Sundays. So I think it's really important to take a break and just to relax, hang out with friends, work out, things like that, just so you're not burning yourself out. The third tip that I have for you guys is to take the exam as soon as possible. I took the exam a few years after I graduated, and it was just a lot more challenging to remember the material that was on the exam, and I had to reteach myself a lot of things, especially for organic chemistry. Relearning all of those mechanisms, it's just a lot easier to take the exam as soon as possible. The fourth tip that I have for you guys is to practice, practice, practice. I cannot stress this enough, but like I mentioned earlier, it's just so important to get as much exposure as possible to the material that is on the exam. Utilizing as many resources as possible, but also knowing how to consolidate this information. So it can get really overwhelming to utilize so many different resources. So you want to make sure that you are consolidating all the information that you are studying. Okay, so the last and final tip that I have for you guys is to read at least 1 reading comprehension passage per day. That way you can train your brain to read a passage as quickly as possible, comprehend that material, and then answer questions regarding whatever you just read in a timely manner. All right, so that's all I have for you guys today. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and then I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.